You know, marshmallows, they are just the stuff that sweet dreams are made of. And here to show us how to make the perfectly fluffy and delicious peppermint marshmallow treats, please welcome to our home, Katherine Sprung. Welcome. Oh my gosh. And of course, Debbie and Maria and Larissa all wanted part of this. These are impressive marshmallows. I mean, they are so beautiful and big. And
these are large and in charge. So
as they should
your work
be.
cut out for you, but you know. It's fun
the
too, right?
consistency.
Therapeutic. I know, if you're stressed, just grab one of those, you're good to go.
And squish it. And speaking of squishing it, actually,
Yes.
Squish Marshmallows is your company.
Yeah.
But you kind of stumbled upon making marshmallows by accident. This wasn't the long-term plan.
Right, it wasn't in the cards for me. At first, I was a nightlife DJ, and then I started working at a tech startup, so like the natural progression to becoming a marshmallow maker. But I was doing a food blog afterwards, and then kind of did them for the first time. It felt like a wild science experiment, and I thought, this is something really cool. I think I can, you know, try this and make this work into something more. Yeah.
And here you are, you've had your store for 3 years now.
Yeah.
So obviously you're doing something right.
Thanks.
How do we get started? I see
Yes.
something bubbling over here. I'm like,
Yes.
is that bubbling too much? What's going
This
on?
is great. No, this
Okay.
is perfect. So we have some sugar, some honey, water, a little dash of salt in there. And so we boil that to 240 degrees. Normally you'll have a little candy thermometer, but we already know we're good to go here.
Okay.
And so then we carefully take this off because it is boiling, so you want to be super careful. And inside here in the bowl, we've
what is
got
that?
so this is gelatin that has started to bloom, which basically means that it is set kind of like a jelly consistency, and it's firmed up.
So how do you get it to do that? Do you just put the gel, do you mix it with something?
Yeah, so there's cold water and then there's powdered gelatin. So you add the two together and you can actually do that first and let that set and then start boiling. And by the time that this is finished, you're good to go.
Great, okay. So
And
we just add them together.
Yes, so just be careful, it is
Okay.
hot, but
it
we
right
just
over
turn
here.
it on to the super, super slowest one. You just want to make sure that you don't get it splattering because it is boiling
I know,
sugar.
I like backed way back.
No, you're good.
What's going on?
You're in good hands. I've got you.
You've done this before.
Not my first rodeo, yeah. So we add that all in there. Put your pot to the side. And then ever so slowly, you just kind of start working the speed up a little bit. But again, you don't want to go too fast because then you'll get little splatters, little burns. You'll learn the hard way, but then you remember.
So how long do you do this and what does this turn into?
Yes. So this is going to, over a matter of about 6 to 8 minutes, really start getting really full, glossy, and white. Before we start turning it up more, because these are peppermint marshmallows, we're going to add a little bit of peppermint extract. And a little goes a long way. So you're only, for the whole recipe, you're only gonna need about 1 teaspoon. If you're not super, super into peppermint, you could always do a little bit less. But you just add that in there.
Yeah. These are so good. I just have to say how fluffy and amazing they are.
Oh, and I smell that peppermint going right in. So you'll do
like
this
Christmas.
for 10 minutes, you said, and then it's going to look like this guy over here?
Yes. So should we?
Yeah, we can turn this off.
Turn that guy off. Yeah.
For the magic of TV. It's incredible to me that this turns into that.
Just in minutes. Yeah.
Wow. So I imagine the first time you did it, you were like, wow, this is really cool.
Because you can just stand there and it's just mesmerizing to see it happen. Yeah.
So the peppermint went in here, but it's clear, but the marshmallows are red. So how did we do that? What did you do?
We add some fun to it. So we have some red sprinkles here. That we can just kind of put in here, and then we can also fold those in. You can also do this, of course, while it's still kind of in the mixing bowl, so that you can whisk it through a few times. But then you can also grab your spatula, and you can just kind of work it in, and you can see how much like marshmallow fluff this is like.
Yeah, the consistency is less like a marshmallow that we're used to and more like the fluff that you find in the jar.
Yes. So what actually happens with this is it'll be like this for a little bit, but we want it to be able to set. And
Not
then it's
too
gonna,
much.
Not too much.
Yeah.
You don't want that rubbery kind of like store-bought kind. You want something a little lighter and nicer. Exactly. Yeah.
So then we transfer it into a greased pan.
Yes, you're gonna want to spray this for sure because this, you can tell, is super, super sticky. So you want to make sure, you can get crazy with the nonstick spray. But
Oh my goodness,
you'll
look
just,
at that. Oh,
yeah.
that's so satisfying.
I could just
It's
sit
fun,
with
right?
a
It's
spoon and just eat this alone.
You can just put this video on slow-mo and then you are good to go.
It also looks like meringue. It's very meringue-esque.
Yep, super light and fluffy. So it is kind of crazy to see it like this, and then over, you know, like an hour, you can put it into the refrigerator.
Okay.
And then it
We have one
it
over
firms and
here.
sets. Yeah.
While you're doing that, will you tell me about some of your other amazing marshmallow creations?
Yeah, sure. So, you know, we do a bunch of different flavors and incorporate texture into them.
Ooh, is that a s'more?
Yeah, we do s'mores, ice cream s'more sandwiches. We do
Oh my goodness.
rose bouquets. That's a strawberry marshmallow that
Oh
are
my God.
piped in to look like roses.
That is smart.
And then we make some other treats like our air quotes, ice cream cones. So that's actually all marshmallow on the outside. And then on the inside are vanilla ice cream bonbons.
Stop.
Wow.
Yes.
Those are beautiful. And I've gone ahead and taken this out of the fridge and
Yeah.
removed the parchment paper on top. And then how do we
Perfect.
get them out?
Yes. So this
trick.
is right. So this is, you know, going to be a little bit messy. So you're just going to want to have fun with your food. You know, you can always wear some little gloves if you want to just keep extra, you know, extra clean. But yeah, you'll just want to kind of loosen up the ends. And then we're just going to turn it out.
It is.
Yes.
How long does it go in the refrigerator?
Just an hour is all you really need.
Oh, and I
Yeah.
just realized before the red food coloring on the top, you just did with a
Yes.
few drops of this and some toothpicks.
Exactly.
Before
you
we
just
put it
do
in the
a
fridge.
a few drops, and then you'll just grab your toothpick and just kind of swirl it. And there's no right or wrong way to do it.
Then it looks like a. Oh, do you need this out? I'm sorry.
We're just going to
Putting
turn
my-
it onto there. Yeah, that way, you know, your counter will be nice and clean afterwards. So yeah, you can just, I'm not going to slam it down.
Oh, look at it coming out.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, look at it pulling away from the glass.
There you go. Almost there.
It's like gonna make it.
Ready.
A little shimmy.
There we go.
All right. And then you just cut it, flip it over, and you have these guys.
Yeah, yeah. Just make sure you,
see, I'm
you
gonna- I
spray
wanna
them.
see what it
Yeah,
looks
go
like.
for
Can I cut
it.
through?
Dip them in chocolate.
And you can do any size, any shape if you want to involve the kids.
It's really fun to
cookie
cut.
cutters. Yeah.
Catherine, you're
Cookie
amazing.
cutters. That's so smart
You were
for the
born
kiddos.
to be a marshmallow maker.
Look at beautiful.
Those other careers were simply precursors to your real career.
Thank you.
Here you
So
go.
much,
Thank
Catherine.
you.
Find this full
Cheers.
recipe at hallmarkchannel.com, and to place an order for some of Catherine's amazing creations, you can visit squishmarshmallows.com. They are squishy.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, so fun.
Thank you.